Now, Italy has endured Europe's longest lockdown, and finally the day has arrived when Italians will start to move towards normalcy. Tonight marks the last night of a total lockdown in the country. Italians had been eagerly waiting for this day to arrive. Last Sunday, Prime Minister Conte announced that though the lockdown will not be lifted in its entirety, blanket restrictions will be eased. Italy will take the first step towards the phase of what the government terms coexistence with COVID-19 on Monday. After nearly 2 months stuck at home, citizens are being given partial relief. The government has decided that reviving the economy is the key to saving lives. The pandemic has pushed Italy into its worst economic phase and a recession in the first quarter of the year 2020, with its GDP decreasing by 4.7%. While the European Union's GDP has also decreased by 3.5% in the first quarter of this year. Prime Minister Conte has said that a total lockdown may become more harmful than good going forward. With daily death toll declining, the government got the breathing space to plan and implement its second phase of the lockdown. In its new plan, Italy will see production work start on May 4th. Shops, restaurants and bars will also be allowed to start in June. However, schools will remain shut until September. Travel restrictions will remain in place even in phase 2 of the government's plan. May 4th onwards, citizens will only be allowed to leave their houses to shop for groceries and medicines, to go for work or see a doctor, and to visit relatives and partners. Italy is opening parks and allowing funerals to resume, with a maximum of 15 people with certain social distancing rules. However, the onus will remain on citizens to prove that the travel that they undertake is necessary. While many in Italy might not be satisfied with these relaxations, for others it is like a prayer coming true after being forced into home quarantine for 7 weeks. Italy was among the first European countries to impose strict restrictions, shutting down much of normal life on March 10th. The country's total death toll has climbed to 28,700, the second highest in the world after the United States, with more than 200,000 cases of confirmed infections. But come May 4th, some 4.5 million workers will return to work, and many of them in areas hardest hit by the pandemic. Well, Italy will also begin antibody tests on Monday, along with the gradual loosening of lockdown measures. Now, the Special Commissioner for Italy described it as a new challenge, which by now is clear to everyone on how to treat this pandemic.
Dirla in gergo calcistico, inizia il secondo tempo di una partita che abbiamo ormai capito tutti che non sappiamo quanto durerà e come finirà. Non dobbiamo dimenticarci i sacrifici che abbiamo fatto nel primo tempo e dobbiamo capire che saremo ancor più protagonisti del risultato finale che la partita marcherà.
Now, starting next Monday, May 4th, antibody blood tests will arrive in several labs that are subdivided by region following the criterions on the Italian Health Ministry. They will mark the start of the survey of a sample population of about 150,000 Italians that are included in the cross-section defined by the Italian National Statistics Institute. More nasal tests have been distributed throughout the country in a bid to identify and isolate positive cases. The blood tests nasal tests are meant to give a snapshot of where the virus is spread from and to focus on further testing. Now, the Special Commissioner for COVID-19 said that more masks would be distributed for people using public transportations, which is expected to spike as the manufacturing and construction sectors emerge from the lockdown. Stores, restaurants, bars and cultural sites such as museums will remain closed until May 18th. Italy is opening parks and allowing funerals to resume, with a maximum of 15 people with certain social distancing norms.